There, son, him. See how lost he looks? Let's go. Assalamu alaikum, my brother.
How's it going?
Great. Allah is wonderful.
To whom?
All of us. Why would you ask such a question? Are you not a believer?
Nah.
Why not?
Well, I'm an atheist. I don't believe any of that stuff.
Dad, he's the reason we're here. Allah guided us to him, to save him.
Save me from what?
From your own pitiable condition, to bring you into oneness with Allah.
Why can't it do that itself?
He is. We are his instrument.
I see.
Now look upon my son. His condition is not a curse. It is God's good judgment.
Judgment for what?
His evil, contemptuous ways.
Why are you evil?
We are all evil.
Even your dad?
Yes.
So what's your God's good punishment?
It is not a punishment. I never said that. It is God's righteous judgment. The two are not the same. That's irrelevant at this time anyway. This book is what's important for us to concentrate on.
Sorry, I don't believe your son's facing any judgment. It's simply the way things are. The accident that did that to him was just because shit happens. He simply has to adapt to it and live with it.
No, he was born this way. Under your logic, he should have been allowed to die. We should have abandoned him. That is the law of your survival of the fittest. That's what you are referencing now.
You mean natural selection?
Whatever you want to call it. Under that system, I would be extinct. I have bad legs. I'm slow and can't maneuver as well as the rest. I would die if I had to survive without God's people assisting me.
If that were true about natural selection, then you'd be dead. You're still alive, so that shows you're fit.
He's alive because we have a God that instructs us to help each other, unlike survival of the fittest.
Natural selection doesn't mean allow people to die. It simply means nature determines what will live and what will die. If you lived in a tropical climate and the weather changed, say an ice age came upon you, nature altered. You would have to evolve to survive in that new environment. If you don't learn how to live there, you die. Nature changed. Nature determined your survival, hence natural selection.
But still, why help an unfit you? It's survival of the fittest, not take care of the injured. He's still alive because people took care of him.
So are you and I.
But why do it?
Because it's also natural to help each other. Or did you need something else to inform you of that? You would have let him die if your God hadn't told you not to? Natural selection doesn't tell you to abandon your offspring like Jesus tells you to.
But under the Jesus system, helping each other is why I'm still alive.
Jesus tells you to abandon your wife, children, job, and possessions, everything you have, to follow it. Not only that, it tells you to hate them as well as your own life in order to follow it. You must. Nothing is worth anything compared to faith according to your Jesus, not even him. Your own son. You're ordered to kill him if your God commands.
God would never tell a man to kill his own son. Allah would never accept the death of a child at the hand of its own parent, no matter the reason or cost.
Your condition is God's righteous judgment according to you. You deserve it. Under your system, if your parents left you in a ditch to rot at birth, it would be perfectly alright, because God decreed it. And if every passerby looked upon you as you slowly died and spat upon you, it would be perfectly alright too. There's no incentive for anyone to save you under your deranged system. No one is obligated to assist you, and your parents are not obligated to keep you, support you, and not murder you in your sleep if they so choose. It's all God's will and what you deserve.
Who would abandon their child? No one. You talk nonsense.
And the reason you wouldn't is only because God, according to you, says not to?
No. Yes. No.
So then it's your own judgment that stops you. Natural selection and action. The natural compunction to help is self-evident. If you believe your parents didn't leave you in a ditch the day you came out is only because of the word of Jesus, then you're as insane as your belief system. And if you don't believe man lives by the laws of natural selection to this day, take yourself under a bridge and visit the homeless, the starving, the dying, and the dead to see your God's work in action.
That is God's love in action. Those people simply deserve that.
Then shut the fuck up about two different systems. They're both exactly the same. Under either, you're still where you are, and they're still where they are. The only difference is that with you, they deserve no help, and that would be a usurpation of God's will to help them. And the worst they and you can look forward to is a possible eternity of torture as well. They have no way out of their situation. They are doomed by what they deserve. Their fates are sealed, and they will never recover.
No, God's plan could have them recover. They're not doomed, you don't know. God's loving plan could have one of them becoming president.
Like I said, under your plan, man is doomed to his condition. There's no changing it.
Yes, but life in this world is so short now that they don't have to endure it for long.
Clowns.